Congressman Mike Thompson, and you know why he's not here, right? Yeah. So we, the Women's March, are really thrilled to introduce Janet Thompson, Mike's amazing life partner. Mother, grandmother, Janet is a nurse practitioner, and as you all know, she works tirelessly and committed to supporting our community and my congressional district. She will share Mike's message.
Good morning. What an incredible turnout. I've been sending Mike photos all morning, and he's so proud of this extraordinary gathering of people. I have a letter that he wrote, and I'd like to read it to you. Dear friends, I'm sorry I can't be with you in person today as I had planned. On the one-year anniversary of this president's inauguration, the government has shut down, and I'm in Washington working to get it reopened and restore vital services for the American people. I wish I could say I'm surprised that Republicans who control the White House and both houses of Congress have managed to get us in this mess. But seeing the way they failed to govern this past year, no one is surprised about the Trump shutdown. It's just the latest in the series of national embarrassments we've seen from this president. He's had 1 year, 365 days to prove that he could be the presidential deal-making and level-headed version of himself he promised he would be. He has continued to make a mockery of the presidency with his thoughtless tweeting, his sophomoric nicknames for American and world leaders, his exaggerating and lying, his racist slurs, his attacks on the media, and his denials of basic scientific facts. On the campaign, he told us that with him as president, we'd be so tired of winning. Well, I'm definitely tired, but it's not from winning. After last year's women's marches across our country and around the world, critics said we wouldn't be able to keep that momentum up, that the energy we saw from millions of women and supporting men who marched wasn't sustainable. They were wrong. Over this last year, I've seen folks more passionate and more engaged than ever. Women and men who had never been involved in politics before stepped up and are fighting for decency, justice, and the issues we care about most. I've seen that same energy from one end of our district to the other and across our country. Grassroots activists like all of you have changed the conversation. The midterm elections are just 10 short months away. And now is the time to double down on our efforts. We've got to do the hard work of getting our amazing Democratic candidates elected to Congress, including the 80 outstanding women, which are currently running for a seat in our 94 competitive districts. Remember, we only need to take 24 seats back to win the House. And taking back the House is the most important thing we can do to stop this president from enacting his dangerous agenda. But it's going to take hard work from all of us, whether it's by phone banking, registering people to vote, volunteering on a campaign, taking a seat on one of the buses I'll be sponsoring to battleground districts, or just getting the word out on social media. It's going to be your collective action that brings our values and priorities back to Washington. As we face the challenges in front of us, remember that none of us alone can solve any one of them. Just last week, we celebrated an iconic American hero, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He and his wife, Coretta Scott King, led one of the most consequential movements in American history, but they didn't do it alone. They had committed, ordinary people just like us that came together for a common purpose, and together they achieved extraordinary things. They changed the course of our country, and we can do the same. Thank you, Mike Thompson.